I spent 500 days making Roblox games, and you won't believe where it took me.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Alright, we're loading into Studio now, and no, I still have not activated Windows. You guys really don't seem to like it, but it's starting to grow on me. So on day one, I was really motivated to start making games, but oopsie doopsie, mama poopsie, I don't know what the f I'm doing. So I went onto YouTube and searched Roblox game tutorial, please. I came across this YouTuber called the Dev King who had an entire series of scripting tutorials covering the very basics for dumb 14-year-olds such as myself.
Tell them to bring me my money.
These tutorials really helped me understand the basics of the syntax within the code, but I still wasn't able to make anything on my own without a step-by-step tutorial. So I started to realize that making a full game on my own was going to be a lot harder than I thought, and I started to lose motivation. So at this point, I had two options. I could continue to learn how to script and potentially take a path of huge success because of the high demand for scripters in the Roblox community. Or I could give up because I'm lazy and maybe learn a new skill like modeling.
Yeah, boy!
After installing Blender and watching a few tutorials on the basics of modeling, I'd basically become a pro. It's supposed to be a tree. Okay, I know, weird transition, but do you guys see this textbook that I'm holding right here? This is what I was supposed to be reading while I've been working on these videos, and I've also been working on something else, so if you guys are interested in making games, then I recommend sticking around, and if not, go ahead and skip to this time. You probably don't want to take 500 days to get to the point where I've gotten, so I've made a website to help you guys get to where I am way quicker. We've got egg hatching systems, free asset packs, more pets, free scripting guide, even a complete game file. Now, not everything on this website is free. I've got a little secret for you. You see this code right here? It can get you 30% off on everything. And who knows, if you buy something, my dog might get a little bit of the food that I've been eating for the last minute. So now that I'm one of the highest valued modelers in the Roblox community, I decided that it was time. Ladies and gentlemen, I have gathered you here today to announce that I will be releasing my first Roblox game that will take the Roblox community by storm. This game will be called AFK Simulator. I promise it's not as bad as it sounds. It's way worse. For AFK Simulator, I modeled a single border part and pasted them around the map like 200 times. And I didn't know how to script well, so I kindly reached out to a friend to help me out. He made a simple script that tracked how long the players have been in the game for. And we also added in a 10 Robux donation button so I could get some extra earnings, you know? I don't know why I made it. It's not like anyone's ever gonna want to actually play this game. This game is the best game I've ever seen. It's better than Adopt Me. This game has a lot of potential. I love the game. Keep up the good work, man. The design looked really good, and there's so many room for improvements. Might be someday you can become a game developer. What? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that I was a pro YouTuber at the time. Here's the video that I made covering the game. The intro never gets old, bro. Look at the amazing editing. Some people were so dedicated to staying on the top of the leaderboards that they stayed in the game for days straight. I'm not even exaggerating, bro. The top person has 400,000 seconds played. And like, I did the math with a calculator because I suck at math. And that equates to 5.5 days of sitting in a game doing nothing. For some reason, people were donating Robux to this game as if it had some sort of value to it. As a result of these donations, I made my first 200 Robux. This is when I realized that I can actually make money off of Roblox. After seeing the success of my first game, I was motivated. I would start building unique scenes that didn't exactly look the best, but they were improvements. And I would follow YouTube tutorials to learn more about scripting. But don't get me wrong, I still sucked at it. I tried challenging myself to make a coin collect system on my own without any help, and this is what I ended up creating. I eventually figured it out though, and I was able to make this cool UI with a coin counter that increased whenever you collected the coins. But scripting was still a weak side of mine, so I decided to try and make a full game that mainly focused on the scripting side. Introducing Button Simulator. If you don't know what Button Simulator is, it's a game where you sit on a button to get more money. And once you have enough money, you can buy better buttons and discover new worlds. So the development process for this game actually went really smoothly. No, it didn't. That was a lie. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing half the time, and I did all of the scripting in the most inefficient way possible. But nonetheless, we were done after about 2 months of grinding, and I was ready to publish the game to the public. So, yeah, the game kind of flopped. I had no Robux to promote the game, and my YouTube channel was dead, so I couldn't promote on that either. But my friends played and purchased a bunch of the game passes, so I still got like 1,000 Robux from it. You think I'm happy with 1,000 Robux? No, I want to be a millionaire. And this next game really started to put me in that direction. Introducing Happy's Minigames. Let's take a look at this random channel's videos. Okay, he's got some noob to pro videos. What, he made a game in a day? We've got to watch that. In this video, I challenged myself to make a Roblox game in 1 day, and I spent all of my Robux advertising it. Bro, what kind of a loser has 0 Robux? So yeah, this was the first time that I posted a video on this new channel about making a game. And the video started off with not many views. It got like 140 views after the first 10 days. But after a month or so, the video really started to pick up, and it's now sitting at over 80,000 views. So as you can see in this video, I really started to understand scripting better, and it was starting to become more natural for me. If you're wondering what the actual game was, it was supposed to be a knockoff of Spleef, or you may have also seen it as a mini game on Fall Guys. So I was really hoping to make some Robux off of this game because I had a trail game pass in the game, and I also had a kill all button, which you could buy multiple times to kill everybody in the server. But did I actually end up making a profit? Yes, of negative 700 Robux.
Tell them to bring me my money.
To make things even worse, the video got demonetized because the music got copyrighted. So I posted another video on the game, and another. In the first video, I upgraded the lobby where the players wait between the rounds. And in the second video, I added a new minigame where the players try to escape the lava as it rises. And this time, I actually made a profit of 3,000 Robux. And then I spent it all on ads again and ended up broke. Alright, so up to this point, we haven't really made anything too crazy. But these next few months are really the turning point where I start to make more impressive projects. As you can see by the next up video on my channel, I remade Cookie Clicker in Roblox. This is Cookie Clicker, an intense game where you go from clicking away like a peasant to building temples where people worship your cookies. Apparently people worship the video too, because it has over 100,000 views. This is the first project where I was actually really happy with what I was able to make, and I was really happy with my editing too, because it was a lot better than the previous videos. So because the video performed so well, I got over 25,000 visits on the game, and the game generated me over 12,000 Robux. And this time around, I learned my lesson and decided to not use my Robux to advertise the game because I finally decided to learn from my mistakes. Also, it turns out that YouTube is really good organic advertising for the game, even if I did sometimes show that the game was completely broken. My friend has 1 UDE cash right now. I don't know what that even means. The leaderboard is about to reset, so let's see how fast he's going up. Now he has TDE. You can hear him auto-clicking on the upgrades because he has so many gems. Just listen to this. Because the Cookie Clicker was giving my channel a lot of momentum, I knew I had to upload another video before my channel started to slow down. So I made a new video where I gave building tips while improving the lobby for Happy's minigames. I also added in a 2x win game pass that no one even ended up buying. In my next video, I joined a trend where everyone is making games in a limited amount of time, so I decided to make a game in 1 hour. I chose to remake my button simulator for the challenge to see how much my scripting skills had improved over the past few months. And by the end of the hour, I was able to pretty much remake the entire button simulator system in a much more efficient way where you can easily add new buttons and currencies to the game. Because of how easy it was to remake the game in 1 hour, I spent the next week working on the project. First, I obviously had to upgrade the map. This is the first time I went for a smoother style instead of my typical low poly style, and I think it turned out really well. Then I obviously added new buttons and more currencies so that the players would take longer to beat the game. And finally, I added a few worlds with different currencies for the players to discover. With the game finished, I uploaded a video covering all of the development process without really expecting much. Well, you know, the game got a few visits, and I mean, it's nothing too crazy. Because the game was popping off, I quickly went back and upgraded the UI, which took ages because of my trash PC. Oh my god, it can't be crashing again. Bro, I haven't saved in half an hour. Yeah, it crashed a lot, so I had to remake some of the screens like 3 times. I also added a new world for the players to travel to, since some people were already managing to beat the game. The second video on the game did even better than the first, and the game continued to grow. But everything was about to completely change with the next video I posted. 578,000 views. This video took off right away when I uploaded it, getting over 20,000 views in the first 24 hours. I hope this video you're watching right now does just as well, because I spent way more time on this one. Anyways, in that video I changed the entire game with new buttons and a new map where everything is connected instead of traveling through portals. Some people liked the changes and some people didn't, but either way I was still earning a lot of Robux. I instantly got to work on the next update because the game kept getting more and more popular, with the game occasionally hitting over 100 concurrent players. On my next video I discussed how much the game had made so far and added a new island where players can basically gamble their current stats for a chance of getting insanely overpowered boosts. And that video got 150,000 views. I was on a roll. So from nearly 6 months of work and 175,000 visits, this game generated me 100,000 Robux. Actually 175,000 Robux because of premium payouts. If you don't know what premium payouts is, it's a system that Roblox has in place for premium players where if they're in your game for a certain amount of time, you get paid. Although the game was doing really well, I hit a rock wall. There wasn't really anything else I could add to the game except for expanding the map and adding more buttons, which would get really boring for my YouTube viewers. So I moved on to my next big project called Pet Islands. In Pet Islands, I wanted to recreate my favorite Roblox game called Pet Ranch Simulator. I still haven't finished the game to this day, mainly because it's just such a big project and I easily get distracted by smaller projects that are way easier to make. Cut me some slack, man, we all get distracted. First, I attempted to recreate a mining simulator in 1 week. It was a pretty fun project to make, and I got to mess around with a lot of fun features such as Roblox camera settings. The video performed pretty well, but I never ended up publishing the game on Roblox because I only had the basic system in place, but I may come back and finish it in the future. In my next small project, I made a troll obby and forced my friends to play it for a video.
What the? Wait, is that possible? Hello?
No.
Wait, it's not?
I told you I changed it.
No, there isn't. What?
Yo, what the? It's there. Oh my god.
Didn't make me any Robux though. Okay, now we're getting closer to the present day. A little over a month ago, I attempted to make a full clicker game with my friend in 1 day, and the game actually turned out pretty well. I published it to Roblox expecting a few visits, nothing crazy, but the video ended up getting over 150,000 views in a month, so the game kind of blew up. And currently the game is sitting at almost 50,000 visits. Now, you would think that since the game has nearly a third of the visits of the button simulator, that it has earned way less Robux, right? Wrong. In the past month, this game has made 167,000 Robux from game passes and 15,000 Robux from premium payouts. So with a third of the visits, this game has already made me more Robux than the button simulator did overall. Now we're basically to the present, but there's another game I published while editing this video, because I had already spent several hours editing this and I needed something else to do. I told you, I get distracted. Anyways, this game was called Balls. Yeah. Each second, a ball spawns into the map, and you have to merge all of the balls to discover big balls and glowy balls, because big glowy balls are always superior. Anyways, I published the game, but I still haven't made a video on it. However, I let my Discord server know about it early, and I played with them for a few hours. So if you want to be playing games with me right as they release, be sure to join the Discord. I'll have the link in the description. So the Balls game made me 20,000 Robux in 2 hours. Don't ask me how. And with those extra Robux, we've made 180,000 Robux in the past month, and 390,000 in the past year. So that's where I'm at after 500 days of developing games. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, and if you made it here, be sure to comment Happy New Year, and I hope you all have a great 2024. Unless you're from the future, then have a great year in whatever you're living in.